lot of memories have come and gone, but this story isn't about any other day except that evening the tornado took away of what we'd known as materialistic life.
You know that this is violent
Look on
circulation.
the backside of it, you can kind of see
Elementary school, as we've been hearing, we've been told, and that is just, that is a tough pill to swallow.
His name is Lawrence Jr. Walton. People have called me Larry ever since I was in high school back in the 40s and 50s. This is my wife to the right, Carmelita, and this is the youngest member of the family. We call him Bubba Little Man Walton. Go ahead, folks, the camera.
And we should be getting a visual shortly here. All the trees are blocking.
It all started out about 4 o'clock. So about 4:45, I told her last time, last chance, because it was right down on top of us. And 5 minutes later, I told her, Carm, we got to find a place of safety. Finally, she agreed to come in with Bubba and I, which is the big boy here, to the staircase well, in which we thought was the safest place. The big thing that started happening in our life that evening is sitting there and praying as we heard the glasses shattering around the house and the pressure upon that little isolated spot we was inside. We could feel the crushing from the western part of the house, which is the front part. We heard the glasses breaking out on all our window panes in the house, and we could hear tearing of lumber being tore away. It shook the whole room, it shook us. But we kept on praying.
And we really thought it was going to lift off the staircase. I did.
Yeah.
We were very scared then.
We prayed and we prayed and we prayed, yet we could hear it and we could feel it from the outside, but we cannot feel that death was upon her because we felt safe. It was like a giant hand's covered like a spear around that place in which we were seeking refuge, all around, north and south, west and east. We didn't feel any pressure, and when it was all over, there wasn't nothing disturbed in that little spot. We had miscellaneous papers.
Our Bibles were in there.
Yeah,
and some coats and a safe.
Yeah, some loose stuff that you normally hit with your elbow, it would drop to the ground. But it didn't. She looked at me, I looked at her, and I said, what is this all about? She said, well, we prayed strong to him, and I said, yes, we did. About 5 minutes later, I opened the door, and I seen all the family pictures we had on the wall, the family area, everything was on the floor scattered, the wind had sucked the thing up, but none of that carpet on the staircase, nor under the well of it, was disturbed.
This is the picture repeated for miles upon miles. All that's left are piles of brick and wood.
A 2-mile-wide tornado has swept through a southern suburb of Oklahoma City in the U.S.
This was one of about 28 tornadoes that touched down around the area in Oklahoma.
We truly believe that was the kindness that God had showed to us for our loyalty to Him. We're not any different than anybody else, any couple. Anybody can have this if they pray long enough, hard enough, and believe. So I told Carm, I says, we got to pass this testimony off. The people that came out that worked for my insurance company said, we don't understand why this is still here. Said, this should have been jerked out too. My wife says to him, believe it happened. And Carm and I said, we got to have you to understand there is a God. If you don't believe in our story, it doesn't matter. It matters that you believe in what the story's about. What's the important thing that we need to remember? It's not about you and I. It's about He.